Now in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the tools and the materials that you'll be needing for bead making. If one of your desires is to start bead making in 2023, or you want to know the tools and the materials that you need, which is beginners friendly, then don't go anywhere. Make sure that you watch this video to the end. Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Yinka Beams. My name is Olanka and you're welcome to Yinka Beams. If this is your first time of clicking on this video, thank you very much for clicking. Welcome to Yinka Beams. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love the fact that you always come back to watch my videos. I do appreciate you and I do not take it for granted. Now in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the tools and the materials that you'll be needing for bead making. If one of your desires is to start bead making in 2023, or you want to know the tools and the materials that you need, which is beginners friendly, then don't go anywhere. Make sure that you watch this video to the end. In bead making, there are different tools that you can use, but I'm going to be mentioning the 3 important tools that you need. Well, I'll be listing the materials that you need for bead making. This is a beginners friendly. If you have these materials and you have the tools, then you can make any design, any necklace, bead, necklace, earrings or bracelet that you want, while you can get other tools later. Now, the first tool I'm going to be talking about when it comes to bead making is wire cutter. Now, this is called wire cutter, and this is used to cut the fishing line or cut the thread that you want to use for your design. However, if you have a scissors, you can also make use of it. So the first tool is wire cutter. The second tool is called round nose plier. Now this is an example of what a round nose plier is. This is a round nose plier. A round nose plier is one of an important tool in bead making. You will use this tool to make cuffs. When you're working on your designs, you make cuffs with wires. If you want to make an earrings and you need to make an earrings, this is what you're going to be used to make a cuff. So because of the way it's mounted, it is used to make a loop. So used to make a loop for your wires or for your earrings if you are using head pins. Now, so round nose pliers are pliers that you can use to create a loop for your design. Now, the third tool that I'm going to mention in this video is called the flat nose plier. This is what a flat nose plier looks like. A flat nose plier, it is used to crimp beads, to crimp beads or stoppers in your design. For example, you're making a design and you added stopper to it. Do I have a stopper right now? Let me check if I have a stopper here so that I can, oh good. So now I haven't used the stopper in years because I do not use the stopper again. But when you are starting bead making, because you are a beginner and because you just started bead making business, you can work with stopper. I also work with stoppers when I started this business years ago, but right now I do not use stoppers. I've used stopper I think it's over 3 years ago that I've used stopper. So this stopper is still here. I don't really use it now. So if you are working with stopper, you will need this flat nose plier to crimp the stopper when you are almost done with your design. So when you add one of this stopper to your design, you will need a tool to crimp it. This tool is called flat nose plier. You can also use this to crimp anything. Maybe we are working with wires, and the wires you want to use to close some wires together. You can also make use of flat nose plier. Now let's go into the tool. Now the first thing needing for bead making definitely are the beads. Now when it comes to bead, there are different sizes and different types of beads. In this video, I'm not going to be explaining the different sizes or types of beads. That one will be done in another video. But the first two, when you want to start bead making, you definitely need to work with some beads. So here on my table, I have different colors of beads, and their names of these beads are this red, is a crystal bead and it is size 6. Size 6 of crystal beads. This is an angel skin beads. This is a black crystals in size 8. This is another black angel skin, or you can call it a black pearl, original black pearl. Then, like I said, this is size 8 crystals and size 8 pink crystals. So when you want to make use of, when you're working, when you are doing any beads, working with any beads, in any bead design, you want to make use of the beads that you want. You want to use any bead. So these are just few out of the beads. Like I said, I'm not going to be giving you the types or the sizes of the bead because that will be done in another video. Now, the second material we'll be needing is what is called a glue. This is what a glue looks like, and we have different types of glue. We have a UHU glue and we have B60 or 6000 or B7000 glue, or we have, you can also have E6000, but this is B7000 glue. Glue is when you are done, when you are working with your beads and you make a knot. In order to make the knot secure, so that when you make a design for your client will not come back and say the bead cut. You want to put a dab of glue on that knot. So that is the essence of this glue. Now we have the main materials that when you're working with beads you must have it, and that is called a fishing line. If you are watching this video outside Nigeria, it's also called a beading thread, but in Nigeria it is referred to as fishing line. So it's called a fishing line, and we have different sizes of fishing line and what they should be used for. In this video, I'm not going to be explaining different sizes and what they should be used for. That will be done in another video as well. But when you're working with bead, with beads, you need your fishing line. Now I have 0.30 fishing line here. I have 0.50 fishing line here. I hope you can see that. I have a 0.35 fishing line here. I have a 0.25 fishing line, a 0.60 and a 0.70. But in another video, the uses of this fishing line will be clearly explained. Now the next thing you're going to be needing is, you're definitely going to be needing a tape rule. I know you're wondering, it's big now, it's now fashion. Yes, you need a tape rule. Wow, because when you're working with any design, you want to, when you're making some clients might need their designs to be longer, some might need it shorter, and there is a particular measuring length in bead making. We have one that is collar, that is choker length, that is princess, that is different length of the neckline. So you definitely need a tape rule like this to measure the length of what you're working on. And these two, everything I mentioned, and these two, you can get them in any bead store around your location. Now the next material I'm going to be showing you is what is called the beading needle. Now beading needle is not the same thing as sewing needle. Beading needle is the needle that you use for bead making. When you get to your bead store, just ask them for beading needle, and it also has different sizes. We have size 10, size 11, size 12. This is size 11, and I think I have size 10 here. Yes, and this is size 10. So the next material is beading needle. The next thing you will be needing in your bead making, you will need bead organizers. Bead organizers are where you can keep your beads. But if you cannot afford it, remember I said this video is for beginners friendly. I don't want you to start giving yourself headache or start worrying your head that I don't have money for bead organizers. You can just get to the market where they're selling plastic and buy a plastic like this. This plastic is one of the plastic I used to store the hooks that I use for my designs. So the bead organizers that I have, I just use it to store some beads. But I didn't bring them out to show you because I already loaded beads inside, and for me to start removing all the beads is another work. So I just brought out this plastic to show you. So if you cannot afford bead organizers, you can just get a plastic like this. Is another one. I use this to store ball beads. ball goat. You can see ball goat inside, so you can just get, maybe you finish eating chin chin in your house. This is a container for chin chin. I will not lie, there's no need to lie. Any container that is very neat, when you are done with your chin chin container, why do you have to misplace it? When I was home before I got married, my mommy already knew. When they finish chin chin, she'll be like, Yinka, don't you want a container? I'm like, I want to. Why are you asking me again? This will be useful for my bead, so I just use it. Even though I have bead organizer, because I've placed some, I also needed some containers to keep, because I separated all my beads and all the tools and the materials. So I just needed some of them to be in different containers, so that when I want to carry my hooks, I know that my hooks are in one plastic. When I want to carry ball goats, they are in one. It's not that I'm going to add ball goats and I will add hooks and I will add fishing line and I will add everything and beading it, and everything will be clustered all over the house. No, everything has to be separated, and that is why you need your bead organizers or your plastic. So if you cannot afford any bead organizer, when you get to this bead store, just ask them for bead organizers, what you can use to keep your beads, or better still, go into any place where they sell plastic and buy a plastic, or better still, if you finish eating chin chin or chips in your house, wash very well, drain the water there and use it to keep your beads. Perfect. You don't have to stress yourself at all. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about, because I made sure that I placed it on this table so that I will not forget anything. The next materials you will need is what is called head pins. Head pins, let me show you what head pins look like. This is what head pins looks like. It has a tip, I don't know, a round, I don't even know how to explain it. When you get to your bead store, just tell them that you want to buy head, and pin, P-I-N, that is the name. Head, human being's head, H-E-A-D and P-I-N-S. I'm going to write it on the screen, and I'm going to put the image on the screen as well. But this is what an head pin looks like. It is also always used to make your earrings. Maybe you want to make earrings. I don't have a bead that I've removed yet. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, now let's assume that it comes in gold and silver. Yes, it comes in gold and silver. So when you get to your bead store, you can just ask them for anyone that you want. If it is gold, you buy. If it is silver, you buy. Head pins is sold for 800 naira per dozen. Yes, 800 naira per dozen. No, I got this. Yes, I got this 800 naira per dozen. So, but I think per one, you always two that you need, because it's 2 here. There's nobody that is to wear one. I don't know how, because I get my things in dozen. So I got it 800 naira per dozen anyway. Then if you want to make use of the head pins, this is what you're going to do. You are going to be needing a small things here. So you put it into the earring. So for this, let's assume that I'm working with this as earring. I'm just going to put it here. But this, can you see, he's holding it, but he didn't hold it very well. So I need to add something before I add my ball. So that is the essence of the head pins. So that is what head pins is used for. It's used for your earrings. And the next thing you'll be needing your hook. Now we have different hooks. We have hook for earrings. So you when you're working with beads and you're done with the design, you will need your hook. This is the type of hook that you use for your bead making. These hooks are called GL. They are original GL. GL means gold plated. So when you get to your bead store, please ask them for original gold plated. They are done. So it comes in gold and silver. Then we also want another material you also need is the hook. This hook is called clamps. So if you are watching this outside Nigeria, you will need your clamps, clasps, or your hook. I don't even know how to say clasps. C-L-A-S-P. I'm going to write it on the screen. Clasps or hook. So you'll be needing your hook. This is a 2-layer hook. We have different hooks. We have single layer hook, double layer hook, 3-layer hook, 4-layer hook, 7-layer hook. So depending on the design, for example, if I want to do a 2-layer design now, I am going to be working with these two hook, double hook. I'm going to be working, but if I want to make a single hook, I'll just get the single hook here. And let me check my table. I have a single hook. I'm coming. I want to check if I have single hook here. I don't think I brought the container outside. I've seen it. So I have a single hook here. Now can you see? Can you see? It's a single hook. It's a single hook. This hook is a single hook with only one space. So this hook is called a single hook for necklace. So, and it comes in either gold or silver. So I think beading needle, I'm trying to look into my book to be sure that I've explained everything that I want to talk about. I've talked about the wire cutter, the flat nose, the neck stand. Oh, the neck stand. So you'll be needing this when you're also making use of, when you're also working with your designs. This is called neck stand. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but this is called the neck stand. It's also called a mannequin, but the name is neck stand because a mannequin is like a bigger version of this. So this neck stand is what you will use to display your bead. So if you're just starting bead making, it's advisable that you just get one. Most important, please get a brown or a black color. You don't want to go for white. You can see this white. I wash it almost every time. But before you say Jesus is Lord, it's already turning to brown. And that's because I was even gifted this color. I would not even go to the market to buy a white neck stand. The neck stand I have is black, but I was gifted this in the year 2019. Yes, I got it as a gift on social media, on Instagram, from a bead business owner. So you want to get a neck stand for your business. You don't have to stress yourself, just buy one. You will be needing this in bead making. So I've talked about your glue, talked about the flat nose plier, round nose plier, your cutter, bead organizers, beading needle, egg pins, and the tape rule, your beads, and the hooks. So these materials are needed for you as a beginner in bead making. You can now later start buying rest of the tool. These three tools are not the only tools in bead making. Don't get me wrong. There are also called chain nose plier, bent nose plier, but you don't need all of that, because when you get that, you will need to learn to know the type of work you need for. But this one, you'll be needing this one every time, which is the wire cutter. Use it to cut all your wires. You will need this every time for your earring, and you will need every time to crimp your beads. So make sure that you get these three important tools: the wire cutter, the flat nose plier, and the round nose plier, and get the rest of the materials I talked about. These are beginners friendly. It's a basic tool that you need in bead making, and the basic materials that you need when you want to start your bead making business. I hope that I've been able to carefully list out all the necessary tools and the materials you need in bead making. Please, if you have questions, don't forget to drop it in the comment section, and I will attend to it. If it's your desire to start a bead business in 2023, I authored a book in 2020 titled How to Start a Bead Making Business from Home with Video Tutorials. I'm going to be dropping the link of my ebook in the description. If you want to get a copy of the ebook, just go through this description and click on the link to get a copy for yourself. You want to know how to do the things right. When I started my business 5 years ago, I did not understand all of these things that I'm sharing with you now, and that is why I do not want you to make the same mistake. And that is one of the reasons why I'm sharing this video with you, because I don't want you to start going on YouTube, going on Facebook, going on Google to get information that are not up to date. So that is why this video is for you to understand the tools and the materials required in bead making. I hope I've been able to carefully dissect and break down this for you into simpler terms. Like I said, if you have a question, please ask me in the description, in the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond to you. Don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to share this if you have a friend that you know that they will need to understand and know the tools and material. Please share this video with them and comment, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. My Instagram page is at Bead Maker. You can do well to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment, share to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to see you some other time. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and my name is Olayinka. Welcome to Yinka Beams. I'll see you some other time. Remain blessed.